This is Andrea Hendricks. I want to take you on a tour of the iCollege portion of the course. This is where you're going to interact most with me and your classmates, so it's very important that you understand where all of the resources are located. So this is the home page of the iCollege course. The very first thing that you should do is the Complete First Welcome module. When you click on that, you're going to find information about myself, information about the syllabus. We won't go into that right now. It's a PDF file that you'll need to open. What is iCollege? And you can print these pages if you want, but please be sure to read through them. How to enroll in EduSpace. Then a walkthrough of what EduSpace actually is and what it provides to you. Then you'll need to email me some information. Complete a discussion board topic. Complete a quiz, and this has already expired by the time you're seeing this, but you would see a begin assessment link there. And then lastly, just a review of what you should do now. So those are the key things that you need to know. Then the other resources that you'll find, at the top of the page each week I will include for you a message about what sections you should be working on, if there are any quizzes or tests that are due. But besides that, you'll also find all of that information on the calendar. So if you go to the calendar, you can click a date and it will expand and provide you some more detailed information about that particular topic. You can also print this. If you click Create Printable View, you can enter the begin date and the end date and restrict it to just my course or all of your courses, and then you'll get I guess a play-by-play through the semester of what is expected. You can go to each month by clicking the right arrow key, and that will take you to each of the months, or you can also use this drop-down menu and click the arrow to go to that particular month. One thing that's very important to realize is that the default is that this will show you everything that's due for all of your courses. If you want, you can click that view and change it to this course only, and then you won't be so overwhelmed by everything from all of the courses that you're taking online. Okay? The syllabus is always alive and well up at the top of the page, so if you have to refer to that, you can click the syllabus link. The other things that are important to you, mail. If you see a green check mark, that means that you have mail. So if you click the mail, you will see all the messages that are there for you. Discussions, you're going to have a discussion to complete every week. If you want to read them all in one window, you can click the button for the new and it will open them all up so you can read them all at once and you don't have to click each particular student. If you want to comment or add your comment to one, you would click on the one that you need to add a comment to and click Create Message. And you can title it whatever, Discussion Board 3, and then type away. If you want to make it nice and pretty, you can choose the HTML creator, and this opens up something more like Word, and that will allow you to change the font size, the color size, so it makes it a little bit easier to work with if you want to do that. And then after you create your message, just click Post and you will see it posted there. I wanted to also just bring your attention to more tools. You can get your grades here. You can also see who's online. If you click who's online, it will show you all the students in the class who's online at this time. And you can, like if you need to send an email to me or chat with me, click my name, click send chat invitation, and I can't do it to myself, but then you could see if I'm online and respond to you at that time. And this is another direct link to assessments that you can go to. So if you click assessments, you'll find what quizzes you need to do. You would click the quiz link and then click begin assessment. You do have 2 attempts for each quiz, so after you get your grade, if you don't like it, you can go back to this and click begin assessment again for the second attempt. Okay. Since this is the first time that I'm teaching the course here online, you're going to find some things are not complete because I'm building them as I go. In particular, the course notes and videos. I'm creating them as we go, but you'll find hopefully up-to-date material for the day that you're working on and the material that you need for that day according to the calendar. So there's going to be some PDF files and then some video files. All my video files are WMV files, which are best viewed using Windows Media Player, which you can download from the web, and obviously PDF files you can view by using the Adobe Acrobat Reader, so make sure you have the latest version of that. Okay. Test reviews, I don't have any up yet, but test reviews, if you click that link, you'll find a test review for each of the tests that are coming up. Quizzes and tests, that's another direct link to the quizzes and tests that you need to complete. And then once a quiz or test has expired, I will post the solutions, so you can click this link to access those. Resources for college success, these are things that I have just made as I looked on the web for information about things that might help online students, so I hope you will take advantage of that. Online homework, that's the link to get into the EduSpace portion of the course. And office hours, this is a link to get into the live classroom that we're going to have. The live classroom is where I have my online office hours, so if you click the live classroom link and then enter this room. If you haven't used this with your computer before, you will need to run the wizard. If you've already done the wizard, then you can click here to enter the classroom. And let me just show you some of this real quickly. So I'm in the classroom twice. But you'll see that there is this e-board that you can write on. So if you as a student need to ask me a question, you can either chat to me or you can click the T and come to the screen and say, I need help with problem 5 in section 2.2 or whatever it is. And then I will see that on my side and I can bring up the picture for you, cut and paste it in there, and we can talk about it. I will have a graphing tablet so I can write on the screen. If you wanted, you can use the mouse. If you click your pen and say, then you would just have to draw with the mouse. It's a little bit harder to do, but some of you are probably more proficient at it than I am, but that will allow you to draw. So if you needed to do like an x squared, you can do that. You can change the color of what you're drawing, and you can erase or undo the things that you just put on the board too with this backspace. Okay. If you wanted to draw a graph, you can do the line. And then we could talk about it there. If you wanted to make a circle or a shape, that's going to help us later on when we get to the trig stuff. Right now, probably not so much, but we will use it at some point. Okay. You can also chat with me. So if you wanted to chat to Andrea Hendricks, you can chat, say hi, how are you, and then I would see that and I would respond to you. Okay, so that was pretty nifty. So if you need any help, this is a way that you can interact with me one-on-one. You can see what I'm writing, you can hear my voice, you can chat with me, so a lot of features for us to use. Okay, I think I've covered the main points of the iCollege portion of the course, but if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.